You pack light. You skip the lines. You breeze past the check-in counter like a pro. Until a gate agent slaps a tag on your carry-on and banishes it to the hold, against your will. Or you're wedged in a slow-motion battle for overhead space with travelers hauling half their closet. This is the chaos airlines never warn you about. This video isn't about how to fold shirts tighter or roll socks into shoes. It's about the stuff they don't tell you, the unspoken rules, the silent frustrations, the sneaky policies designed to trip you up when you thought you were playing it smart. These tips come straight from seasoned travelers who've been there, learned the hard way, and cracked the code. We're diving into tips and strategies that actually work, and the one item you should never put in your carry-on even though almost everyone does. Hit that like button and subscribe right before we dive in. Tip 1. The personal item loophole. You probably think carry-on travel just means one small suitcase and that's it. But here's what most people miss. The real game changer is your personal item. Airlines let you bring both a carry-on and a personal item, but they're surprisingly vague about what that second item should be. And that little loophole is your golden opportunity. It doesn't have to be a purse or a tiny laptop sleeve. It can be a full-sized backpack, a duffel, even a tote that fits under the seat. And if you're strategic, this second bag becomes your most valuable packing space. This is where you stash the stuff you'll actually reach for in flight. Tech, chargers, snacks, a hoodie, sleep gear, everything that usually gets buried in your overhead bag. The trick is to make it look low-key. Airlines get suspicious when your personal item is bulging at the seams or heavier than it looks. Go for soft-sided, flexible bags that fit under the seat without a struggle. Tip 2. Don't trust airline size limits. Trust the overhead bin. Every airline posts those neat little carry-on dimensions on their website. You've probably seen them, 22 by 14 by 9 inches or something similar. But here's what they won't tell you. Those numbers are often more about policy than reality. The truth is, many bags larger than the official limits fit just fine in the overhead bin. Why? Because actual overhead bins vary from plane to plane, and gate agents often aren't measuring with a ruler, they're eyeballing. That means if your bag looks compact and fits cleanly in the bin, you're usually safe. But if it's rigid, boxy, or obviously pushing the limit, you're asking for a gate check. The smarter strategy? Choose a soft shell carry-on over a hard case. Soft-sided bags can flex just enough to squeeze into tight spaces, while hard shells either fit or they don't. And if they don't, your bag is heading below deck. Soft bags also give you a little more freedom to compress and move the load around depending on what you're packing. Tip 3. The gate check trap and how to outsmart it. You're standing at the gate. Everything's going smoothly. Then the announcement comes.
This will be a full flight. We're asking passengers to voluntarily gate check their carry-ons.
Sounds polite, even helpful. But make no mistake, this is the trap. The moment you let go of your carry-on, you also let go of control. That bag now risks getting lost, delayed, or handled like a sack of potatoes. And if it contains anything you actually need during the flight, you're out of luck. So what do smart travelers do? First, they never volunteer, even if it feels polite. Unless you're traveling with a baby or juggling multiple bags, there's no advantage in giving up your carry-on. You packed it for a reason. Keep it. Second, they board early. The earlier you're on the plane, the better your chances of finding overhead space. If your airline offers priority boarding, it might be worth it just for that one reason. If not, check into your flight as soon as check-in opens and be at the gate early. And finally, they play defense. If the flight is full and overhead bins are tight, Gate agents might start tagging bags right at the jet bridge. If that happens, you want your personal item packed with everything essential: chargers, medication, ID, snacks, even a clean shirt. Treat your backpack like it's your lifeboat, because once they take your carry-on, you're flying without a parachute. Hey, hit that like button if you've learned a thing or two already, and stick around because this next tip is a game changer. Tip 4. The one bag rule is real. You've probably heard it 100 times at the gate.
One carry-on and one personal item per passenger.
Sounds strict. But here's the reality. Airlines enforce this rule selectively, and experienced travelers know how to work within it without breaking it. The secret? Layer your bags. That means combining smaller items into one unified piece until you're past the gate. Tote bag inside backpack. Sling bag tucked into a larger duffel. Even your jacket can become extra storage. If it's not in a bag, it's technically not an extra bag. Once you're on the plane and at your seat, you can unpack and reorganize however you want. And if you really want to travel lean and fast, look for expandable bags. Many personal items are designed to compress while boarding, then unzip to reveal more space once you're on board. Smart design lets you follow the letter of the rule at the gate while giving yourself breathing room in flight. The point isn't to cheat, it's to be efficient. Airline rules were written broadly, but real-world enforcement is based on what things look like. Tip 5. Pack for access, not just space. Most people pack their carry-on like they'll never open it until they land. Big mistake. A well-packed bag isn't just about maximizing space, it's about accessibility. Because once you're on board, digging through a tightly packed suitcase in a cramped aisle or seat is a nightmare. The pros use a layered packing strategy. Use packing cubes, but use them wisely. Have one in-flight cube or pouch that holds everything you'll want for the next few hours. That way, once you're seated, you can pull that one item out and stash your bag overhead without needing to stand up again or wrestle it open mid-flight. Tip 6. Board smarter, not sooner. You've seen it. People crowding the gate long before boarding starts, hovering like they're about to miss a train. That's gate lice. The anxious crowd clogging the area, blocking boarding groups, and creating chaos. Don't be one of them. It doesn't get you on the plane faster, and it doesn't win you better overhead space if you're not in a priority group. All it does is create stress for you and everyone else. Here's the smarter play. Stay seated until your group is called, but be fully ready to move. Have your boarding pass and ID out, your bag zipped, and your personal item prepped. The goal is to board efficiently, not frantically. Tip 7. Know the rules that actually matter. Airlines throw a lot of policies at you, but only a few rules really matter when it comes to carry-ons. First, your bag must fit either in the overhead bin or completely under the seat in front of you. If it sticks out, doesn't close, or holds up boarding, it's a problem. Most gate agents won't measure your bag, they'll go by sight and fit. If it slides in clean, you're fine. If it bulges or looks oversized, it's a target. Second, liquids still count. You're allowed one quart-sized clear bag of liquids, gels, and aerosols, each item under 100 milliliters. Don't guess. Check your items before you pack. Security doesn't care if it's an expensive moisturizer or duty-free cologne. If it breaks the rule, it's getting tossed. This is one of the most common reasons travelers are delayed or forced to repack in public. Third, never pack restricted items just because it's carry-on. No sharp tools, no lighters, no oversized batteries, no exceptions. And yes, that also includes certain foods like peanut butter or yogurt, which count as gels. The rule is simple. If it can spill, smear, or pour, treat it like a liquid. Staying within these few boundaries avoids unnecessary hassle and keeps you from learning the rules the hard way. Carry-on travel sounds simple, but the details matter. It's not just about packing less, it's about packing better. If you've ever felt blindsided at the gate or frustrated in your seat, now you know why, and more importantly, how to avoid it next time. So, What are your own experiences with carry-on travel? Ever had a bag taken at the gate or found a hack that saved your trip? Share your story or tip in the comments below. If this helped, give it a like and subscribe for more travel tips. It really supports the channel. And if you're serious about traveling smarter, don't miss the next video on your screen. It's where we break down the sneaky airport tactics that can save you time, money, and stress. Until next time, fly safe.